Guys, this morning I was on Facebook and saw a post from a salesperson, and the question was, or not so much question, but the statement was, the state of the car business is pretty messed up if salespeople are broke. And, it got me thinking that, this person has a pretty good point. What is the state of the car business that our salespeople are broke? And of course, in the comments section, all the managers, I'm assuming are managers, put on there, gross. Several guys did that. And, it's what I find intriguing about that whole thing is that, as managers, being 25 years in the business, and watching guys, it's amazing the correlation between what management invests in salespeople and what kind of return and what kind of income these salespeople will generate for the store, for themselves, for management. And too often you see these struggling stores, 70, 80 cars a month, where the managers will sit there high and mighty. And I don't mean to generalize, but it's pretty commonplace where you see these stores and you got the managers that don't do any training. The sales meetings are essentially abuse sessions, and they're struggling to sell cars. And when you talk to them, it's the salespeople aren't doing this, the salespeople aren't doing that. Yet they've got salespeople running to get them lunch, running to get them coffee, and they don't invest any time or training in their salespeople. Every store gets lucky and gets that one natural that is got that charisma where they can sell cars by default. But what we're missing is we're missing investing in our salespeople and doing the basic blocking and tackling, working with our guys on a daily basis. When I ran a big store, we did 700-800 cars a month. We retained, one of those companies that would come in and, put the ads in the paper and hire me 20, 25 guys, and, hopefully 10 or 12 would wash through the system. But you know what? That wasn't the end all be all. At the end of the day, it was up to me to make sure that our guys were trained, our guys were held accountable, they were shown what a good job looks like, and they were led by example. My managers, I wanted early management involvement. I got involved early on deals. Salesperson's afraid to take a pencil. It's up to the manager to get off their ass and get out there and do it. And there are so many training opportunities out there. There's small regional companies. Of course, there's the Cardones and the Verdis of the world, and the Zieglers of the world, but there's a serious lack of taking the ball and running with it after these training sessions are over and seminars are over. And that's where, as managers, that's where, you got to be a rainmaker, a difference maker. Instead of pointing fingers at the salespeople, that salespeople suck. Well, you know what? A lot of times we got to look in the mirror. If our team's not producing, at the end of the day, we suck. So what it comes down to, if you're going to work as a manager and you're looking at your sales board and your guys aren't closing at the, at the rate or at the percentage that is a good job in your store, if they're not getting B-backs, and if they're not closing those B-backs at a higher percentage, then A, you got to look at, A, is it a knowing issue or a doing issue? Does the salesperson have the aptitude and ability to get it done? And B, have you given them the knowledge to do it? And if you haven't given them the knowledge, shame on you. It's time to wake up and spend some time coaching your people, doing some rebuttal training, doing some walk-around training, building value in the product training, and then teaching your guys how to earn the right to ask for the sale. Because it's real simple to train your people to be clerks and sell internet specials. But if you want to switch, build value, hold down the trade, set up F&I the right way, you got to train your people. And if you're a manager and you don't know how to do these kind of things, then there's a serious problem in your environment, and you need to get yourself trained. That's kind of my rant for the day. And ultimately, you're responsible for your destiny. And do not confuse efforts with results. Do not confuse efforts with results. Going to work is one thing, but going to work and producing is another. Measure your activities, measure your team's activities, and manage them. Be a game changer, be a difference changer, be a rainmaker. Get in there, go to work, Sell cars, make money, get CSI, train your people. Train your people. You invest in your people, invest time, invest money in training. I promise you, they're not going to leave you, for the next store in town that pays them an extra $50 on a Mini, because you know what? That's what they've been used to at your stores, living on Minis. So they find out there's a guy in town giving them a $200 a week salary and an extra $50 on a Mini. He's running out the door. Get your guys trained. Growth is a state of mind, but it begins at the desk. It begins with the leader. Are you a leader? Or are you a hack schlep? So get at it. That's my Thursday thought. Have a great day and sell like hell.